look at how to find the circumference of a circle when we are given the diameter of the circle. How to find the circumference of a circle when given the diameter of the circle. So let's say the diameter of the circle is 50 millimeters. The diameter of the circle is 50 millimeters. So let's see how the construction can be done. So what we are to do first is to draw a short vertical line. So I will come up here. Okay, so I'll come up here like this. All right, so I have a vertical line. So here we have a vertical line like this. Okay, so on this vertical line, so I'm going to mark a point here. So, and I'm going to call this point, I will call it point O, which is going to be the center, okay, of the circle. But we are making use of a semicircle, not a whole circle. So the diameter of the circle that we are given, whose circumference is to be determined by construction, is 50 millimeters. We divide 50 by 2, then we have 25 millimeters. Take a measurement of 25 millimeters on the ruler with the compass. So put the pin here at point O, and then so draw a semicircle. So you draw a semicircle like this. So here we have this semicircle. Okay, so here is the semicircle. All right, so here we have the semicircle. So let's say the semicircle touches this line at this point, and let's call this point, let's call it point A. Okay, and this point here, so this is point B. Okay, we have B here. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a line that will be at an angle 30 degree to this line AB. We are going to draw a line at point O, which will be at angle 30 degree to line AB. So we are making use of our set square to do that. So just take your set square, okay? So set the set square, set it on the ruler like this, bring it to this point, okay? So this is 30 degree side. It's going to be 30 degree if we draw a line through the edge of this set square in this direction. So draw a line. So draw a line from point O, draw it like this. So let it touch this semicircle, okay? So this angle that we have here, so this angle, okay? So this angle is 30 degrees. So let's take note of that. They can ask you in objective question that what is the value of this angle at which this line is to line AB. It is 30 degrees as you see it here written. Okay, so this point where the line from O touches this line, okay, is what? Let's call it point C. So this is point C here. All right, so having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that from point C, we are going to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line backward like this, and it will touch line AB at this point. It touches line AB at this point. I can't see the line very well. I have to redraw it. So let's redraw the line from C. So draw a horizontal line to touch line AB at this point. So this particular point where this line touches line AB, so let's call it point D. So this is point D here, okay? Now, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to come to this point A here, and then we are drawing a line that will be at a right angle or perpendicular to line AB. So we draw the line as an horizontal line in this direction. So you draw it in this direction, any length first. Then the next thing that we are going to do is that, okay, but before we go on that, so this line is at a right angle to line AB. So this line is at a right angle to line AB. So let's take note of that. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to make some points or 3 points on this line, 3 points on this line, and the distance of each of the points from each other, first of all, from point A. So distance of the first point from point A will be equal to distance AB, which is diameter of the circle. So we are going to take 3 of that. So look at what I'm going to do. So take distance AB, which is 50 millimeters. Take AB 50 millimeters. So put the pin or the compass at A like this, and extend the pen point or the pencil point to point B, which is the diameter of the circle. So AB is diameter of the circle, whose circumference is to be determined or found. Okay, so let the pin remain at A, then make an arc here on the line. So this is 1, raise it up with the same radius, put the pin here, okay, then make the second arc on the line. So this is 2, okay, then raise it up again, put at this point here, and then make the third arc. So we have this, okay. So here we have what? We have this. So this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, okay. Then I'm going to call this point, I'll call it point E, okay. This is point E. So we make 3 of them like this. Then the next thing that we are going to do is very, very simple. So what we are going to do now is for us to bring out the circumference of the circle that we are to determine, okay. So as we are asked to determine the circumference of the circle when we are given the diameter of the circle. So to determine the circumference of the circle, or to find the circumference of this circle, so what we have to do is to connect DE together with a straight line. So length DE is the circumference of the circle. So we connect DE together with a straight line like this. So here we have this. So connect DE together with a straight line. So we have this. So DE is the circumference of the circle. So now, if we are asked to state or to measure and state the circumference DE of the circle of diameter 50 millimeters, so what we have to do, we take the measurement. So let's take the measurement and see what it measures. So I'm taking the measurement from 1 on the ruler. So I'm having here, so I'm having this to be 150. So I'm not starting from 0, I'm starting from 1. So this is 150, 150 to 160, okay, 150 to 160. Okay, so that is what I have here. So what about if we are to do it by calculation? If we are to do it by calculation, so circumference of a circle, okay, so is equal to pi d. So circumference of circle is pi d as we have it here, and this is now equal to, so pi is 3.142, so times 50, So by calculation, so let's see. Okay, so I'm going to use my calculator to do the calculation. Okay, so here we have, okay, so we have 3.142 times, so 3.142 times 50, so times 50, so we got 157.1 by calculation. So 157, so 157, so 0.1, so 0.1, so by calculation. Okay, so if you look at this value, though we got around 160, so it is still close to what we got. So the construction is okay. So don't think because of the variation, so your work is not correct. Your work is correct. Just leave it like this. So this is how to find the circumference of a circle when diameter of the circle is given to us. As simple as I've done it here. Thank you and God bless you.